Has this ever happened to you? You get some financial advice that you follow, and afterwards you find yourself thinking, was that really in my best interest, or was I just sold something? Today's topic, fee-only financial planning. Planners who don't sell products and don't earn commissions or sales loads. Stay tuned, fee-only financial planning, coming up. Hey everyone, it's Jeff Drayton, Certified Financial Planner Professional and founder of Jeffrey A. Drayton Financial Planning and Wealth Management, LLC. In this video and others, I share my thoughts on financial planning topics for individuals and households. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're viewing this on my website, head up to the top of the blog page and fill out that sign-up form so that we can contact you when new content becomes available. Today, I'm talking about fee-only financial planning, what it is, and how it differs from commission-based models that have been so typically used throughout the financial services industry. So, fee-only financial planning, what is it? Well, simply put, fee-only is a model for financial planning in which the only revenue or payment that the financial planner receives comes directly from you, the client, in the form of payment for services rendered. Fee-only financial planners do not receive commissions for having sold you, say, insurance products, such as a life insurance policy or an annuity. And they do not receive sales loads for having gotten you to put your money in particular investments, such as certain mutual funds. Furthermore, they also do not receive a referral fee if they send you to someone else to purchase one of these products. This is a very different model from that which is far more the norm in the world of financial planning and advice. As a matter of fact, if you were working with someone right now and I were to ask you, how much did you pay that person? And that question sounds like one that you feel would be difficult to answer, you are most likely not working with a fee-only financial planner. This would not be surprising. The majority of planners and advisors in the financial services industry are paid under some version of a commission-based model. So, are you better off going with a fee-only financial planner? Well, this is a decision that every person needs to make for themselves. Certainly, it would not be accurate to say that all commissioned financial planners cannot be trusted to provide sound advice. Nor would it be factual to say that there has never been a fee-only financial planner that was not 100% ethical and honest. However, there are two distinct advantages for the client under the fee-only model. The first is transparency. With a fee-only financial planner, you should always be able to say with absolute certainty what their financial advice cost you. With a commission planner, the question, how much am I actually paying this person, is often a very challenging question to answer. You might say, well, I could ask, and you could, but don't be surprised if the answer you receive is anything but concise. The commission sales model is convoluted for everyone involved. When you purchase a product that has a commission or carries a sales load, some of that money is going to the person that you are working with, but some of it is likely going to that advisor's company or firm. Furthermore, some of their earnings might get paid to them immediately, but some might be paid over time, depending upon how long you hold the product or asset. And when that's the case, rest assured, any income that is being paid over time is coming from expenses in that product or asset that you are paying. I've worked under the commission model, and let me tell you, commission payment schedules have all of the elegance and clarity of the U.S. tax code, which is to say, not a lot. A second big advantage to fee-only financial planning is the removal of the conflict of interest that is inherent to commission sales. As a fee-only financial planner, when I make a recommendation for a client to, say, increase their insurance coverage or put money in this or that investment, I do so knowing that my recommendation will affect my income in no way whatsoever. I stand to personally gain or lose nothing should my client choose to purchase this insurance product or place their money in that particular asset. When you work with a commissioned financial planner, he or she will have to make recommendations knowing that some will pay him or her more than others. Again, I'm not suggesting that commissioned financial planners are incapable of giving sound financial advice. However, the inherent conflict of interest in commission sales is one that the fee-only model does not contain. A minute ago, I asked the question, fee-only financial planning, what is it? Now let me take a second and tell you what fee-only financial planning is not. Fee-only financial planning is not free. Full disclosure, fee-only financial planners are addicted to eating too. When you hire a fee-only financial planner, the game-changing element that you have altered in the client-planner relationship is how you are choosing to pay for your advice. You are establishing that you do not want to be sold a product. Instead, you want your planner to sit on the same side of the table as you, to stand in your shoes, and to work with only your best interest in mind. And you are paying them in a way that I believe gives them the best opportunity to do so. So, what are some of the ways that fee-only financial planners might charge for their services? Well, possibly they will charge hourly, similar to the way an attorney or an accountant might charge. Here, you are simply paying them for their time and expertise. Another possibility is that they might charge you for a plan, quoting you one flat fee that covers their entire financial planning process. Frequently, if a fee-only financial planner is taking custody of your assets and providing ongoing management, they will charge you a fee for this service as a percentage of the assets under their management. Here again, it should be noted that fee-only financial planners cannot receive any additional compensation from any source other than you. Therefore, unlike a commissioned advisor who might charge a similar management fee, for a fee-only planner, there is no possibility of additional income that could be coming from the investments themselves, which could then potentially influence the assets that he or she selects. One last note regarding fee-only financial planning. How do you know if a financial planner is fee-only? Well, you are looking for those two words, fee-only. That's important. There are some commissioned advisors who operate under a term that sounds deceptively similar to fee-only. They might call themselves a fee-based financial planner. You might ask, what the heck does that mean? Well, this likely means that they will put together a financial plan which they will charge you for, much like a fee-only planner. However, if there's a recommendation in the plan to purchase a product that pays a commission, such as an insurance policy or an annuity, or invest in an asset that pays a sales load, such as a loaded mutual fund, they then have the ability to sell you that product and earn that commission or sales load. If that happens, the transparency of how much you have paid them is now removed, and the conflict of interest inherent to commission sales has now been reinstated. In other words, don't be fooled. A fee-based planner is a commissioned financial planner. If you are thinking that fee-only financial planning is a model that you would like to investigate and would like to find a fee-only financial planner near you, an excellent source to locate fee-only financial planners in your area is the website for the National Association of Personal Financial Advisors, or NAPFA. NAPFA is an organization of strictly fee-only financial planners. The NAPFA website can be found at www.napfa.org. I'm Jeff Drayton. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, as always, nothing in this video is meant to be specific advice for you. Advice like that can only be had by working with a financial planner, someone who knows you and your situation. I would encourage you to seek out someone who is a certified financial planner. This is signified by the letters CFP with the registered trademark sign following his or her name. I would also encourage you to work with a fee-only financial planner. Now that's two words, fee-only, not fee-based, not fee plus commission. Both of those terms mean that the planner or advisor can receive commissions and is therefore not free of the conflict of interest inherent to commission sales. Again, I'm Jeff Drayton. Thanks for watching.